We're here with the 4-H Beef Show at the Clay County Fair. This broadcast and 5-star streaming brought to you by Hy-Vee Vermilion. Helpful smile on every aisle. We won't be able to do this without their support, so greatly appreciate it. We'll cut to some Hy-Vee programming before the Beef Show. We're here on 5-star streaming with Sarah Wood, who is the store director for the Vermilion Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee is the corporate sponsor for this event, Sarah, and you can tell they care so much. Why is Hy-Vee such a strong supporter of the Clay County Fair?
Yeah, so being in the community, seeing how important the fair is to everyone, definitely made us want to get more involved. And then seeing all of the 4-H and involvements with the community, our employees with that, we really wanted to be a bigger part of it.
And then, what do you personally enjoy about the fair experience, whether it's going to the fair or seeing all of the activities throughout the week?
Yeah, so being right across the street, we get front row seats to everything going on. But last year I got to experience it personally for the first time. The mutton bustin', the bulls on the bluff, the demo derby is just such a fun time. Awesome to see the community out and involved, and yeah, just to see everybody having a good time.
Yeah, the fair is such a great place for community, and it makes a lot of sense why that's such a good experience. Why is Hy-Vee like the place to shop for groceries, shop for whatever you need in Vermilion?
Yeah, so convenience, obviously, especially during fair time. Like I said, we're right across the street, but fresh meat, fresh produce, we're a helpful smile in every aisle. So anything you need, we have it here.
Yeah, those are all the great reasons, to shop here at Hy-Vee. You wouldn't be able to do this broadcast or have as much success as we do with this stream without Hy-Vee, and they've been such great supporters of the Clay County Fair, and we're excited to go forward with this. Thank you so much, Sarah.
Yes, thank you. Thanks so much.
Hy-Vee Vermilion is the proud sponsor of the Clay County Fair. For fresh, locally grown produce, hand-cut and specialty meats, frozen foods with all kinds of pizza, and a dairy department with everything you need, it's Hy-Vee Vermilion. Stop by the Hy-Vee kitchen for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Donuts, rolls, and freshly made salads and sandwiches too. Now offering online order for convenience as well. Hy-Vee Vermilion invites you to join in the fun of the Clay County Fair. When you need ice, food, or drink, Hy-Vee is located just across Cherry Street from the fairgrounds.
And we're almost ready for the Beef Show here in Vermilion at the Clay County Fair. Our first 4-H stream of the day, the last day of the fair, 4 days for the first time. This year is normally a 3-day event. 4-H Beef Show here at 9. They've got Super Senior Showmanship at 11, where you got some of the 4-H alum showing. Unfortunately, we won't be able to broadcast that one, but we will be right back at noon for the 4-H Round Robin contest. And then at 2, we've got the Buddy Show. So all in this arena right here. We've been getting rain, which is a good sign, but for the county fair, it's a little tough for the grandstands. We've got the demo derby scheduled for 7. Fingers crossed that the arena is in good conditions by the time that the demo derby needs to take place, because we all love a good old demo derby. That event sells out so fast every year. I showed up 30 minutes early last year, and I could barely get a seat. I had to sit in the way corner next to the strangers. So, yeah, no, it's a great event. Everyone gets together for that. County Fair every year is always a great time. So we've got 3 4-H streams today here on Faster Streaming. Broadcast brought to you by Hy-Vee. I'll have the mic back on at 9 for the show.
As we work through our first class of ABB peppers, we want to extend a very large thank you to our judge today for taking time to examine the animals and our exhibitors. And our judge today is Barry Coates.
Really nice to see a good crowd out here for the beef show, and glad to be here to work through the kids and the stock this morning. Really nice trio of heifers out here, and the young lady's Baldy heifer that wins the class is the most complete of the group. I think she's really good from the side. She's extremely good in her angles, extremely good structured count of a female. Neck ties high over her shoulder, long-sided, level down her top, both in her rib shape, has enough muscle to her, really good in her pin set, really good place to start. The youngest heifer that goes second, I think she's really good in her design and in her pattern. A heifer that has enough muscle to her, she's extremely stylish. What I like about her is she's more correct in her pin set. She's more correct in her hind legs than the heifer that goes in 3. Sure, she doesn't have as much to her today, but that's one that's just so correct and neat in her makeup. I like her a bunch. And then the heifer that rounds out the class has way more performance and muscle to her than the heifer in front of her. I'd like to fix her a little bit off her hip and hind leg, but 3 very, very good heifers. Let's give them a nice hand. Congratulations.
Winning the class of our first ABB peppers goes to Kaylee Gotti, second to Nick Lindstrom, and third to Miles Lindstrom. Coming in the ring next will be our second class of ABB peppers, starting with Cole Carter, Avery Carter, and Miles Lindstrom. want to give a big shout out to our sponsors. Our beach show sponsor today are Disney Anderson. Also special thank yous to Titan Machinery and Kelly O'Connor Construction for allowing us to use their skid loaders this week. Thank you to Runnings and Whipples for donating buckets for our livestock exhibitors. Thank you to Tractor Supply and Runnings for donating wood chips for the arena and the exhibitors. Also, a big thank you to Chuck and Corey Donnelly families for letting us hold our parade show in their arena. Finally, thank you to all the volunteers that helped set up the arena and barns and those that are helping with the show today. This really is a group project, and we couldn't do it without our helpers and volunteers.
Kind of quality again out here, and three very high quality females. The young man, after that starts the class for me, has just a ton of performance in her. That's an extremely long-sided, big middle kind of a heifer that wins the class on muscle. She combines that with being the longest out through her front end, extremely good in her shoulders. Just a really logical and good heifer to start with. Heifer that comes out in second. She's not as extended up through her front end, but I think she's a little more feminine in the way she's made up through her neck and head. But that's one that has a lot of middle to her. She has enough muscle. Certainly a nice second place heifer for the young lady. And then Hereford heifer that ends up the class. Maybe not quite as much to her out here. And it all depends on how these cattle are weaned and how long ago they've been weaned. But that's one that you don't want to give up on. She's extremely good in her lines and in her makeup. I have just a little bit greener out here today, but boy, a lot of quality in this class. Let's keep these kids a real nice and fit for the cat.
Receiving first place in our last class of baby heifers is Cole Carter. Second place goes to Paisley Carter, and third place to Miles Lindstrom. Next, we'll have the first and second place winners from this baby heifer class coming back in the ring. So we will have Kaylee Gussie, Nick Lindstrom from the first class, and from the second class, we'll have Cole Carter and Paisley Carter.
beef show out here, and this is something that we don't do in our county, but I think it's a great opportunity for the kids to get started on their project for next year. Really happy with the quality that the kids have brought out today, and I think we've got a pair of class winners out here that just have a ton of quality to them. Heifers that have some extension, some look from the side, and at the same time have some substance when you get in behind the cattle. But boy, there's a pair of them out of that second class that I just can't deny. Really good heifers. Let's give them a really nice hand shake and verbal coming out of that second class.
Grand champion baby heifer goes to Cole Carter, with Paisley Carter receiving reserve champion baby heifer. Next in the ring, we will have our class of baby steers with 2 participants. We will have Evelyn Lynch and Olivia Lynch.
My son coming. So these are steers?
Another good pair of calves out here, pair of steers, and we're going to leave them as they stand. The first class winner will be the black baldy, and second will be the red steer. And I think the black baldy just a bigger, higher performing kind of calf. He's longer sided, more extended. Certainly projects to be a heavier weight in the end. The red calf, if you tell me, hey, this one has more muscle, I can't disagree with you. That's a bigger, wider top calf with more stifling and shaking. Muscle in that one all the way through, but a pair of nice ones. Let's give them a good hand. Congratulations.
First place in our baby steer class goes to Evelyn Lynch. Second place going to Olivia Lynch. Coming back in the ring to select our overall baby beef champion and reserve champion, we will have Cole Carter and Paisley Carter with their baby beef heifers.
job getting them broken, showing out here. Let's give them a nice hand. We're going to use the heifers as your champion in this. Congratulations.
Congratulations to our overall team. Baby Chief Exhibitor going to Cole Carter, and Paisley Carter receiving overall reserve baby. Now we will move into our grading classes, starting off with a single entry class with an Angus breeding heifer, shown by Bethany Graff.
Just one in this.
Well, the young lady brought us a really nice heifer out here and does a great job getting her shown. She's got a heifer out here that I think has as much middle as one could ask for. She's bold, strong in her ribs. She has plenty of width and shape all the way through. An abundance of muscling. This one sets down on the big foot, and she remains relatively sound out here. Nice project for the young lady. Doesn't Chesney do a great job showing her? Let's give her a good hand. Congratulations.
Congratulations to our class winner, our Angus breeding heifer, Bethany Graff. Coming in next in the ring will be a single entry for our Charlotte breeding heifer, shown by Miles Lindstrom.
Another nice heifer out here, single entry, and young man gets her set up right there just perfect. Does a good job showing her. Really long and clean up thoroughbred, long-sided kind of a heifer that has a lot of rib to her. Just a really good project for the young man. Let's give him a nice hand. Good job.
Congratulations to our class winner of our Charolais breeding heifer, shown by Miles Lindstrom. Coming in next in the ring, we will have two classes of Hereford breeding heifers. Our first class is an early junior yearling heifer, shown by Vic Lindstrom. Looks like we have a pretty full crowd today, and I see a lot of former showmen and Forest alums. So I'd like to challenge you to come sign up for our Super Senior Showmanship. That will be immediately after our regular league showmanship today.
Young man brings the January heifer out here, and just a moderate Cali kind of a show heifer that's really bold in her rig, plenty of muscle to her, and extremely sound on the move. If you compare to all the other Hereford heifers in the world showing out there today, she's not going to be as clean and as extended through her front 1/3 to boy. That's my kind. I love her rib, I love her body and capacity. Just a really good Cali kind of a female. Congratulations.
Congratulations to Miles Lindstrom for winning Vic Lindstrom, winning the class winner for the early junior yearling heifer, Hereford heifer. Next in the ring, we will have Miles Lindstrom with the senior yearling Hereford breeding heifer. A little more information on that Super Senior Showmanship. That will again be here right after DB Showmanship. We will be showing swine. Now, if you don't want to show, but you want to sign somebody up, we are taking entries back behind me here with the wonderful Katie Heine. For $5, you can sign someone else up. $10 to get yourself out of it.
Another big body cowie, kind of a Hereford heifer out here, young man brings, and boy, he's done a nice job with her. She's as calm as can be and stands there perfect. He gets her set up and he can let go of the halter and she just stands there. So let's give him a nice hand on a really nice project. Good job.
Congratulations to Miles Lindstrom with his senior yearly heifer. Now we'll have Miles stay in the ring, and we will have Nick Lindstrom return to the ring with his early junior yearly heifer, so we can select an overall Hereford breeding.
Bring a pair of them back out here. There's one that's just a little cleaner and neater made all the way through, balances up better from the side, and combines all the things that we're looking for into one package. Young man out of first class will be your champion. Young man out of second will be your reserve. Let's give him a hand.
Overall Hereford breeding heifer goes to Nick Lindstrom. Now we will have all of our breed winners back at the end of our heifer show to select a champion and reserve breeding heifer. Next in the ring, we will have a single entry by Paisley Carter for our main and June breeding heifer class.
nice main heifer out here, long-sided, good fronted, kind of a female that's really typey and feminine about her head and neck. A heifer that has a lot of body, certainly stout enough and big enough footed. Maybe gets a little hocked in when you get behind her, but I like the muscle and the shape and the capacity that female has. Young lady does a good job with her. She's kind of a handful out here, but boy, she shows her good. Let's give her a nice hand.
Congratulations to Kate Garrett Carter and their maiden rebreeding heifer. Next in the ring, we will have our March Junior Yearling heifer, maintainer breeding heifer, shown by Open Cat.
Well, this young guy sure knows how to put a stick on one. He does a good job out here. A heifer that I really like from the side. She's good in her balance and in her design, but boy, she's got a big set of legs on, a big set of feet. Super, super stout, kind of a female, real nice place for this young man's heifer. Certainly deserving of a purple ribbon. Let's give him a nice hand. Good job.
Congratulations to Holden Cassidy with his maintainer breeding heifer. Coming in the ring next, we will have Colt Carter with his early junior yearling maintainer heifer.
brings a great project out here, and a heifer that sets up really good from the side. She's long and clean all the way through, really level and level down her top, extended out to her front end. I love this heifer's neck and head on her. Boy, just a really good project for him. Let's give him a nice hand.
Congratulations to Cole Carter, which is class winner of the early junior yearling heifer. We'll ask Cole to stay in the ring while we bring back in Colton Caskey with his March junior yearling heifer from the selection of an overall dedicated breeding heifer.
Very good heifers out here that are a little bit different in their kind. And I think the young man on the first class has the more show heifer of the pair. Certainly a stouter featured, bigger footage kind of a heifer that's a little cleaner and neater all the way through. The young man's done a heck of a job of drilling a nice hair coat on that heifer. And then the one out of the second class is a little more cowy in her type. I like her head and neck a little better than the one in front of her. Maybe not as much stoutness, bone, and feature and foot as the one out of the first class. But boy, I think it's a really nice picture from the side. Pair of super high quality ones. I'm going to go with the show heifer of the two. The young man's out of the first class and the more cowy kind of a female out of the second. Let's give them a nice hand.
Our overall champion maintaining breeding heifer goes to Colton Caskey, and our reserve champion to Cole Carter. Next in the ring, we'll have Colton Caskey coming back with his main angel breeding heifer.
heifer maybe had a little more attitude out here, so we're going to let him stand right there. But boy, Iris does a good job of getting this one shown, hanging with her. A heifer that I really like the design of. She paints a nice picture from the side, a big body, kind of a female, a lot of muscle and stoutness in that heifer. Sure like to see her a little later with some more competition. Maybe she'll feel a little more friendly with other heifers out here. Let's give them a good hand.
Winning our main ABIC breeding heifer class is Holden Cassidy. Next in the ring, we will have a Shorthorn Plus breeding heifer, shown by Maddie Peterson.
Young lady brings us bred heifer out of here that's pretty far along in calf, and I really like the broodiness and the cowiness of this one. Just paints a nice picture from the side in terms of her big middle, plenty of stoutness and muscle to her. Sets down on a nice foot. She's extremely sound on the move. Good project for the young lady. She says she is heavy in calf and going to be due up to the fair. I think a state fair baby will be a lot of fun up in here on. But let's give her a good hand. Good job.
Congratulations to Maddie Peterson with their Shorthorn Plus breeding heifer. Next in the ring, we'll have our largest class of purebred breeding heifers with 3 participants. For the Simmental division, we will have Cameron Kraft, Max Heine, and Olivia Lynch. We have a full day of fair fun for our final day of the fair today. Some of the highlights we have that you'll want to make sure not to miss is our world famous demo derby in the arena tonight. Now I believe we've been given the green light and it is not too wet, so we'll proceed with our demo derby at 7 p.m. The gates do open at 5 and the bleachers get pretty full, so make sure you get there early to get a seat. We also have our pie auction today at 3 p.m. All proceeds are donated to the Clay County Youth Trust Fund that uses that money for local scholarships to both 4-Hers and just local youth. So that's a great way to contribute and help these kids out. We also have after the news show, we have a car show, pedal bowl, cornhole tournament, chasing the 4 Clubs finale, the Great Plains Mobile Zoo, and again the demo derby tonight. I'd like to take some time to announce the winners of our livestock skill-a-thon that we held on Wednesday afternoon. The livestock skill-a-thon is an educational competition where kids compete from the station and show what they know about raising and caring for livestock. Now I'll say I did help some of these kiddos out, and these questions were pretty hard. So our winners for the skill-a-thon in the beginner age group, a tie score for first place is Callie Sticky and Ashley Heine. Second place beginner was Maddie Cruz, and third place beginner was Kinsey O'Connor. Junior division was won by Max Heine, second was Eva Peterson, and third was Ainsley Carter. Senior was won by Maddie Peterson, second to Bryn Shuffle, and third to Miss Lindstrom. We also had a non-4-Ager beginner participate. That division was won by Stephanie Showerman, and one Clover Bud participant entered by Peyton Cruz.
A little bit of give and take in this class between the top end and depending on what your priorities are. But I would chose the higher performing, bigger middle, bolder sprung, higher growth, kind of a female to win the class. I think that heifer has a little more extension to her. A heifer that is certainly longer up to her front end, takes a nice long stride. She has more muscle than any of the heifers in the class. I think she's bolder in her rib cage as well. The red baldy that comes out in second. I like her design a little better than the one in front of her. She's a little more balanced from the side. A female that sets down on a nicer back foot, that's for sure. And that's the thing I like about her and what I was contemplating when we were placing the pair. But a heifer that doesn't have near as much to her. I'd like to give her a little more rib shape and muscle shape when we compare to our class winner. But that's a high quality, good balance, kind of a female to go in second place. Young man's black heifer that ends up the class is a little longer and cleaner up through her front end than the one in front of her. But when you get behind her, she just doesn't have as much to her. But that's one that's extremely good in her structure. Takes a nice long stride. Good with it, kind of a female to end up the class. Let's give them a nice hand. They're really good.
Results from our Michelle Brittany heifer class. First place goes to Cameron Graff. Second place to Olivia Lynch. And third place to Max Heine. We will finish up our breeding heifer show with two classes of percentage grade calls. Our first class will be a March Junior yearling heifer shown by Max Heine.
Nice quality percentage heifer out here the young man brings out, and I really like this one from the side. She's good in her balance and her design. She's good in her structure. Takes a nice long step on a big foot. Let's give him a good hand on a nice project.
Winning our March Junior Yearling division of the percentage Centerfold heifer is Mac Tiny. Next, we'll have a early junior yearling shown by Haley Johnson.
Young lady brings us a real nice heifer, long and extended, clean fronted, kind of a female that has enough body, bolt sprung, big rib, sort of a heifer. Sure, she's not as stout as some that we've seen out here today, but boy, she paints a nice picture from the side and makes a good project for the young lady. Let's give her a hand.
Congratulations to Kaylee Duffy with her winning early junior yearling percentage Centerfold. We'll have Kaylee stay in the ring and bring back Max with his March junior yearling percentage Centerfold to select a overall percentage Centerfold heifer. Again, we want to encourage everyone to nominate their favorites, former showmen, a former 4-H'er, for our super senior showmanship competition that will be happening immediately after the show today. Again, it is a $5 nomination to get your name or someone else's name on the list, and a $10 draw to take your name off the list. All money will be going towards our fundraising pool for continued improvements of the livestock facilities.
Kind of a close place in my mind between the pair, and I guess for many young things go with the stouter featured, bigger footed heifer, the young man to win, and then the young lady's senior heifer out here to go to reserve. Just like to see a little more bone and foot featured on that heifer, but boy, a pair of good sized, feminine made kind of females. Let's give them a good hand. Champion reserve.
congratulations to Max Tiny with the grand champion overall for semi-tall Brittany Tucker and Kaylee Gussie with their reserve champion. Now we'll take a moment and get organized and bring back all our purebred breeding winners for the selection of our overall and reserve champion purebred heifer.
We're just going to line them up on the outside. We're not going straight in. We just have them circle around all the
Coming in the ring for our overall purebred heifer selection, we will have Chesney Graff with her Angus, Maya Lindstrom with his Charlet,
follow me.
Mick Lindstrom with his Herbert, Paisley Carter with a Mania Jew, Holden Cassidy with a Maintainer, Holden Cassidy again with a Main Angus, Maddie Peterson with a Short Horn Plus, Amber Graff with a Scimitar, and ending out the division will be Matt Tiny with a percentage for the call. As our judge sorts through this full showing, we want to give a huge shout out and round of applause for all our participants in our purebred breeding heifer show. Them and all our researchers have spent not only hours and a lot of hard work this week, but in all the weeks of the summer and the spring, working hard on it. It's not an easy project, and they put in a lot of time, and we should all give them a big round of applause.
Good show this morning. You guys should be proud of the kids that have brought out these cattle. Tremendous amount of work goes into this, but it's really showing well. Kids have done a great job of feeding them. There hasn't been a poorly fed or fit one out here today. Boy, just my hat's off to the kids that have brought them out here. I'm glad to see a lot of people showing their appreciation for the young people out here today. let's give everybody a good hand as we select your champion.
Congratulations to our newly selected overall purebred heifer champion, the maintainer shown by Holden Cash. Congratulations to the reserve champion, purebred heifer. Another maintainer shown by Colt Carter. Congratulations to all of our purebred breeding heifers, and then now we'll be moving on to the commercial breeding heifer division. I've just been informed that one of our favorite 4-H leaders is taking his turn in the dump tank. If anyone would like to take a chance to get Brad Woggy wet, go over to the dump tank. 2 balls for $1. Now I'll take a moment to announce our 4-H code of conduct for livestock shows that we did mention earlier today. Here in South Dakota 4-H, we are dedicated to providing youth with a positive learning environment in any project area they participate in. To do so, we must hold ourselves to certain standards when conducting, observing, and participating in 4-H sanctioned shows. All 4-H members, volunteers, families, and spectators are expected to follow the code of conduct at all 4-H events. This includes having an encouraging and respectful attitude, inclusivity, and positive behaviors and actions. Furthermore, please remember that alcohol consumption and excessive use of explicit or inappropriate language during a 4-H event is strictly prohibited. South Dakota 4-H thanks you for making our beach show a positive and enjoyable experience for all our 4-H members. Entering the ring is our first class of commercial breeding heifers. This is the senior heifer calf. We have 2 entries shown by Jackson Miller and Leah Donnelly. Theodore and her family for her generous donation to help get us new speakers for the arena.
Very nice commercial heifers, fall heifers, if I understand correctly, young lady is going to win the class, and she can go ahead and lead her up. That's a heifer that, to me, from the side, she's a little more feminine up to her front end. She's cleaner, neater about her head and neck, and to me, where she wins the class is her muscle shape and dimension. She's wider fin, kind of a heifer that balances good from the side, and just a good logical place to start the class. Young man's heifer that comes out in second, has a little more performance and growth to her. That's a longer sided kind of a female, maybe not quite as feminine and clean up through that front 1/3, but boy, she's stout and good looking and nice kind of a heifer to go second. Let's give him a nice hand.
Winning our senior heifer calf division of our commercial breeding show will go to first place, goes to Leah Donnelly. Second place going to Jackson Miller. Moving on, we'll enter our April junior yearling heifer class with 2 participants. These heifers are shown by Jason Enoch and Haley Enoch. If you're sticking around with here today, make sure to come back here to the covered arena at 12 p.m. for our round robin competition. Round robin will be a competition from all of our senior level 4-H showmen that receive champion showmen in their swine, goat, sheep, beef, and horse species.
Very nice heifers here. We're going to leave them stand as they came in. You know, I like that the young man's heifer, and to me that one just has more rib to her. She's an easier dune kind of a female that to me balances up better from the side. She's a little deeper in her flank, fuller in her heart. Stouter featured kind of a female that takes a better step off her hind leg. Nice place to start. The young lady's heifer that comes in second. She's a notch longer and cleaner up through her front end, and I like that about her. She's stout featured, heavy muscle. I'd like her to take a longer step off her hind leg to move her up in the class, but boy, a pair of good heifers there. Let's give them a nice hand.
Next in the ring, we'll have a single participant early junior yearling heifer class, shown by Evelyn Lynch.
Nice commercial heifer to end up the division, and I like this one from the side. She's really long and level down her top, straight in her lines, and extremely clean and neat up to her front one and third. Good place to end the heifer show, and congratulations.
Congratulations to our class winner, Evelyn Lynch, with her early junior yearling heifer. We'll have Evelyn stay in the ring, and we will have Leah Donnelly return with her senior heifer, and JC Nick return with his April junior heifer for the selection of an overall commercial breeding heifer. We'd like to extend a big thank you to our judge today, Barry Calise. Barry's from Winifred, South Dakota, where he and his family own a cattle operation that raises and sells registered Angus bulls each year. They also have a farming operation. We're incredibly thankful that Barry is spending his Saturday morning at the Clay County Fair. We truly appreciate his time, knowledge, and dedication to judging our 4-H youth and helping them make this a special experience. Let's give Barry a round of applause.
Boy, the kids haven't made it easy on me out here today. A lot of tough choices, a lot of close placings, good cattle throughout the day. Let's give them a real good hand as we select the champion and reserve heifer.
Congratulations to Leah Donnelly with her overall commercial breeding heifer, and Evelyn Lynch with reserve commercial breeding heifer. We will have Leah and Evelyn stay in the ring, and we will have Holden Cassidy return with his champion purebred maintainer heifer, and Colt Carter with his reserve champion purebred maintainer heifer for the selection of a overall breeding winner and reserve champion.
then hold, and do that, and then redhead girl. Just straight the line, okay? Just follow down.
We also want to send a thank you to our ring help today, Josh Gappel and Josh Sheppel. We appreciate their time and help today.
Boy, nice after show this morning as we rounded up, and I just have to say thank you to Hep for having me. Thanks to the kids for bringing out an outstanding set of cattle. The kind of cattle that we use today, to me, were good structured, good footed kind of cattle first off. That is an absolute must for me. And beyond that, we want them to be good from the side, have plenty of muscle and shape and body to them. Need to be easy feeding kind of cattle that are going to go out and make nice cows. But boy, we've got a pair of them out here I like an awful lot. But if you could, let's give these kids one real nice round of applause to select our champions.
Grand champion overall breeding beef goes to Holden Caskey with his maintainer heifer. And reserve champion overall breeding beef goes to Cole Carter with his maintainer heifer. We'll take just a moment to regroup and then we will move on to our marketing portion of the show today. I'd like to again send some special thank yous. Thank you to Titan Machinery and Kelly O'Connor Construction for allowing us to use their skid loaders this week. Thank you to Running and Whistle for donating buckets for livestock exhibitors. Thank you to Tractor Supply and Running for donating wood chips for their arena and exhibitors. Thank you to Chuck and Corey Donnelly families for letting us hold our 4-H show in their arena. Thank you to all the volunteers that helped set up the arena and the barns and those that are helping with the show today. We appreciate everyone's help in making this successfully done. Coming in the ring with his market heifer is Jackson Miller for the first class of our marketing show.
As we start our market beef show out here, we have Elementary market heifer, and she showed a long ways from being at her endpoint. I really like the muscle and shape that one has. She's big top, big hip, kind of a heifer that
have Bo Davis with his Charlie Market Steers.
I think I'm the first person that told Bo that his steer's hair matches his hair color, but I think it's pretty close. But that's a nice market steer right there. Young guy's got him fed out good, big top, heavy muscle, kind of a calf that has a nice finish on him. Let's give him a nice hand.
Congratulations to Bo Davis with his Charlie Market Steer. Next in the ring, we'll have Cameron Graff with their E Market Steer. Now it looks like we're getting a good lineup for our Super Senior Showmanship. We have about 14 participants nominated. The best part is I'm not sure that they all know they're on the list yet. So far we have signed up Mike Lindstrom, Alicia Lindstrom, Katie Heine, Luke Heine, Evan Peterson, Dustin Carter, Garrett Davis, Chris Lynch, Amanda Lynch, Eden Carter, Ann Schoenrock, Tabitha Lickness, Kyle Hubert, and Jen Law. Now a reminder, it is $5 to sign up and nominate yourself or someone else, and $10 to drop your name from the list. All money again goes to improvements of the livestock facility. We're getting some good action in our Super Showmanship sign up. We've had our first $10 drop. Now I will announce that it was Dustin Carter, so if anyone would like to nominate him again, please come on over.
Boy, this can go on a while. What cash you got, Dustin?
Now we're gonna win the food stand up. We're gonna run out of cash.
An award for the award.
Young lady brings nice steer out here, has nice color on him, a calf that has plenty of muscle, he's wide made all the way through, a lot of meat packed into that guy. Not as good in the structure as what I'd like to see, but boy, I like the finish and the muscle that that one does have. Let's give her a good hand.
Congratulations to Cameron Graff with your Marcus Steer. Next up in the ring, we will have Elliot Hampton with the Senegal Marcus Steer. Following this next class, we will have all the market beef returned back to the ring for the selection of an overall purebred market beef and reserve champion.
Yeah, man, that's a nice steer out here. A good finish, kind of a calf that has some muscle to it. Just a good project for the young guy. Let's give him a good hand. Congratulations.
Congratulations goes to Elliot Hampton with the Senegal Marcus Steer. We'll have Elliot to stay in the ring, and we will invite back Bo Davis with his Chardonnay and Cameron with his key for the selection of a Grand and Reserve Champion purebred market beef.
Overall Purebred Market Beef goes to Bo Davis, with Reserve Champion Purebred Market Beef to Elliot Henson. Next, we'll move on to our commercial market steer division. Our first class with 2 entries, one by Jackson Miller and a second by Tyler Jansen. On the superseding showmanship. Looks like Dusty Carter and Kyle Hebert were dropped from the list. Some new names on here. Oh, I'm sorry, correction, Dusty Carter is again on the list. The new names include Andre Sokolowski, Molly Schulte, Sarah Steiner, Mike Steiner, Andrea Miller, Sydney Davis, Scott Jepson, Mariah Steffen, Brad Steenick, Grant Sorensen, Amy Sorensen, and Miles Nielsen. So make sure to dust off your show comb or your show brush and get ready to get in the ring.
That didn't take long.
Out here that can sure take some more time on speed, and what the butterscotch steer is going to win the class. That calf is good-sided, long on, clean up through this front end, has plenty of muscle to him. That's a calf that is extremely stout from end to end. Young man's done a great job of getting that one haired up and fit up for the fair here today. And then young man's black steer goes second. That's one that's maybe a little more commercial and is type and kind, but one that has some top shape and some width and muscle from end to end. They're real good projects for the young people. Let's give them a nice hand.
First place in our lighter class of commercial market steers goes to Tyler
class to place and a little more difficulty in the way they fall into place, but we've got a calf up at the top end that's just a little more complete. He's better in his structure for sure, better in his knee placement, certainly a nicer footed and hooked kind of a calf that has enough muscle to him. He's good in his finish. Nice place to start. And then the calf that comes in second challenges our class winner in terms of muscle. He's a bigger top, bigger hip kind of a calf that certainly has more from behind. Stouter featured kind of a calf, but a calf that gives up some structural correctness. Certainly, I'd like to change him in his foot and toe placement, but they're high quality calves on the top end. And I like this Baldy steer that ends up the class. A calf that has as much muscle as any of them, plenty width, wide, and shapely out there his hip. A calf that isn't quite at its end point in terms of condition and finish today, but boy, down the road, that one's going to be tough to beat. 3 high-quality calves. Let's give them a nice hand. Good job.
Our class winner for the commercial market steer class goes to Elliot Hansen. Second place to Tyler Jansen. And third place to James Phoenix. Coming in next will be our last class of commercial market steers. A steer shown by Haley Phoenix.
Lady brings out a nice calf, and then probably the farthest along in his condition of any of them that we've seen out here today. He's pretty moderate and early in his maturity, but boy, packs a punch. He's 14-30 for that size and kind. Just a lot of muscle and meat in that one from end to end. Really nice feature steer for the young lady. Let's give her a good hand on a good project.
Congratulations to Haley Phoenix with her commercial market steer. We'll ask Haley to stay in the ring, and we will have Jackson Miller return with his market number, and also Tyler Jansen. Sorry, correction, we are going to do selection for our overall commercial market steer.
pretty nice calves as we get them out here for your champion commercial or crossbred steer. Depending on what you want to do here as far as being market ready, I think there's 3 different times, but I think the most appropriate one to use is the show steer fund. And the young man's butterscotch steer is going to be your champion. Congratulations, good job.
Second place from the smaller commercial market steer spot.
Great second. Okay, just don't stop. Yeah.
Congratulations to Kyler Jansen with the overall commercial market beef selection and Elliot Hansen with reserve commercial market beef. Corrected market beef. Next, we will move into the selection of our overall market beef and reserve overall market beef selection.
Elliot, now this time again, line up right behind him, okay? Like, you just stay behind him, okay? Not now, but when you come over, okay?
In the ring, we will have Jackson Miller with his market cover, Bo Davis with his market steer, and Kyler Jansen with his market steer.
Boy, this has to be one of the more competitive county fairs out there. You really have to hand it to the kids for bringing high quality stock. Let's give them a really nice hand as we select the champion reserve overall. Congratulations.
Champion overall market beef goes to Bo Davis with his Charlotte market steer. Entering the ring will be Elliot Hansen with his Civico market steer. selection of our overall market beef champions. We will move on to our senior 4-H showmanship. So our senior 4-Hers that are going to compete in the showmanship and get ready to come in the ring, that will be great. And congratulations to our reserve overall market beef, the commercial market steer shown by Tyler Jansen. Again, our senior showmanship, senior 4-H showmanship participants, please prepare to come to the ring. While we prepare for our traditional 4-H showmanship, an update on the super senior showmanship competition. Looks like we are currently at 27 active nominees shown on the list. We have a few spots left. We're about capped out at 30 participants, and we will continue to take nominations until after the junior 4-H showmanship class ends. Those on the list for super senior showmanship are Sean Cruz, Kay Hansen, Mike Lindstrom, Alicia Lindstrom, Evan Peterson, Eric Davis, Chris Lynch, Amanda Lynch, Kate Carter, Annie Schoenrock, Tabitha Smith, Jen Law, Mike Steiner, Andrea Miller, Justin Carter, Sydney Davis, Scott Jepson, Grant and Amy Sorensen, Miles Nielsen, David Ballin, TJ Jansen, Chuck Peterson, Becca Cruz, and we'll take that off the list, Avery Shuffle, John Shuffle, and Donnie O'Connor. Okay, we're ready for our senior 4-H showmanship. Starting the ring, we'll have David Gussie, Nick Lindstrom, Evelyn Lynch, Haley Steenick, Maddie Peterson, and Olivia Lynch. It's a little congested by the entrance to the show ring. And that will be round robin is scheduled for 12 p.m., but we're anticipating we may be slightly behind schedule, so it may be slightly after 12. Some other highlights for today are the demo derby. Again, that begins at 7 p.m. and the gates open at 5 p.m. We also have our flag auction today at 3 p.m. and all proceeds for that are donated to the Clay County Youth Trust Fund. That goes to fund scholarships for local youth.
Boy, I think as close of a group of showmen out here as we've ever seen. Man, it's tight. It's close. They all do a really good job. I've gotten to see them show all day. Still haven't made up my mind as far as who came to the reserve. I mean, it gets down to the small things and the little things. And I think the things that you do during the show are just as important during showmanship in my mind. So I'm going to take that into consideration. But if you could, give them all a really nice hand on doing just a fantastic job out here.
Congratulations to our grand champion senior showman, Kaylee Gutsy, and reserve champion, Nick Lindstrom. In the ring next, we'll have our junior 4-H showman division. Our junior showmen are Miles Lindstrom, Paisley Carter, Jace Phoenix, Matt Tiny, and Tyler Jansen. champion junior showmanship goes to Paisley Carter, with reserve champion going to Miles Lindstrom. We'll be moving on to our beginner 4-H showmanship. We'll have 2 classes. In our first class, we are looking for Leah Donnelly, Elliot Hansen, Chesney Graff, and Holden Caskey. We'll give one final thank you to our sponsors, including Titan Machinery, Kelly O'Connor Construction, Running the Whipples, Tractor Supply and Running, Chuck and Corey Godley and family, Amy Board family, and all the volunteers that helped set up the arena, the barn, and those that are helping with the show today. We'd like to thank Josh Scapel and John Shuffle for helping in the ring today. We'd also like to thank Gary Kelly for being our judge today. Also, we'd be remiss to not thank our fearless leaders that make this fair happen, including our Fair Board Superintendent, Missy O'Connor, and our 4-H Extension staff, Raleigh and Lori.
be asked to come back, and young man at the end here will come back as well, but for really, really good showman. Let's give him a nice round of applause. Congratulations.
Selections of the first heat of beginner showmen include Leah Donnelly and Golden Cassidy. We'll move on to our second division of beginner showmen, and then we will have Holden and Leah return. In our second heat of beginner showmen, we have Cole Carter, Bo Davis, Leah Donnelly, and Jackson Miller. Super Senior Showmanship going as smoothly and quickly as possible.
Did you weasel out? Did you weasel out?
Cattle are being a little more difficult as the day wears on. I get that way myself as the heat turns up. But trying to keep the young people out of the first two in the lineup here to come back. Let's give them a real nice hand and a good job.
Congratulations to us. Congratulations to our heat winners, Holt Carter and Bo Davis. We'll have Holt and Bo stay in the ring, and we will bring back first heat winners, Leah Donnelly and Holden Caskey, for a selection of your champion and reserve champion beginner showman.
Avery, give her $10. Take me off. I have no cash. I don't know. I was on a line of credit, Mike.
As we get our final beginner showman participants, we want to give one big heartfelt thank you to our judge today, Barry Calise. We appreciate his time here today.
Jen.
All right, so last minute announcements for Super Senior Showmanship. Unfortunately, the great Julie Fallon has dropped out. However, Sean Cruz did try to drop out, and someone anonymously donated $20 to get him back on for good. So Sean Cruz, please make your way over for your debut showmanship.
As we're rounding out the beef show here today, I think a really good set of young kids, and I can't believe, the amount of kids that you guys have, and they said the barn's about full. It's just a pretty sweet deal to have because not all counties are like that. It gets tougher, and to do this, more expensive, more time, gets more competitive every year. So with that, let's give the parents and the kids a real nice round of applause to reflect the kids.
Congratulations to all our showmen, especially beginner champion Cole Carter and reserve champion Holden Paskey. This concludes our beef show for today, and we will be moving.
We're here on 5 Star Streaming with Sarah Wood, who is the store director for the Vermilion Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee is the corporate sponsor for this event, Sarah, and you can tell they care so much. Why is Hy-Vee such a strong supporter of the Clay County Fair?
Yeah, so being in the community, seeing how important the fair is to everyone, definitely made us want to get more involved. And then seeing all of the 4-H and involvement with the community, our employees with that, we really wanted to be a bigger part of it.
And then, what do you personally enjoy about the fair experience, whether it's going to the fair or seeing all of the activities throughout the week?
Yeah, so being right across the street, we get front row seats to everything going on. But last year I got to experience it personally for the first time. The mutton bustin', the bulls on the bluff, the demo derby, it's just such a fun time. Awesome to see the community out and involved, and yeah, just to see everybody having a good time.
Yeah, the fair is such a great place for community, and it makes a lot of sense why that's such a good experience. Why is Hy-Vee like the place to shop for groceries, shop for whatever you need in Vermilion?
Yeah, so convenience, obviously, especially during fair time. Like I said, we're right across the street, but fresh meat, fresh produce, we're a helpful smile in every aisle. So anything you need, we have it here.
Yeah, those are all the great reasons, to shop here at Hy-Vee. You wouldn't be able to do this broadcast or have as much success as we do with this stream without Hy-Vee, and they've been such great supporters of the Clay County Fair, and we're excited to go forward with this. Thank you so much, Sarah.
Yes, thank you. Thanks so much.
Hy-Vee Vermilion is the proud sponsor of the Clay County Fair. For fresh, locally grown produce, hand-cut and specialty meats, frozen foods with all kinds of pizza, and a dairy department with everything you need, it's Hy-Vee Vermilion. Stop by the Hy-Vee kitchen for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Donuts, rolls, and freshly made salads and sandwiches too. Now offering online order for convenience as well. Hy-Vee Vermilion invites you to join in the fun of the Clay County Fair. When you need ice, food, or drink, Hy-Vee is located just across Cherry Street from the fairgrounds.